Hey, Dodgers fans. Things are getting intense in this World Series. And if you've been watching closely, you know it has not been a comfortable ride for Los Angeles so far. After losing Game 5 at home, the Dodgers find themselves trailing 3-2 against the Toronto Blue Jays, and suddenly the series feels like it is slipping away. The pressure that comes with being a team of this caliber is enormous, and it seems to have finally found its mark. For years, the Dodgers have been accustomed to being the team everyone expects to dominate, the one that shoulders the burden of expectation almost effortlessly. They have walked into countless playoff series as the giant, the favorite, the team everyone assumes will find a way to win, and in most cases they have done just that. Yet this postseason, as they face elimination looming over them, there's a rare vulnerability on display. The narrative is changing, and the story this year is different from what fans have become used to. This is a team capable of extraordinary feats, but the past few games have shown cracks that cannot be ignored. There's a sense that for the first time in recent memory, the Dodgers are being genuinely challenged not just by a talented opponent, but by the combination of expectations, pressure, and offensive inconsistency. It is worth taking a moment to rewind and reflect on recent seasons to understand just how unusual this situation is. The Dodgers, for the most part, have rarely been the team considered to be clearly outmatched in the postseason. Even in past eliminations, there is often an argument to be made that the contest was competitive, that the series could have gone either way. The 2018 playoffs against Boston are perhaps the closest comparison, when the Dodgers ran into a formidable Red Sox team and found themselves on the losing end. But this time, the dynamic feels different. Toronto has proven to be a formidable opponent, no question, yet Los Angeles has the talent, the experience, and the resources to compete at the highest level. The challenge, however, lies not in the capabilities of the team on paper, but in how those capabilities are translating or failing to translate on the field. The Dodgers' offense, which is typically a source of confidence and reliability, has been inconsistent, unable to produce the sustained output necessary to match the pitching dominance they have faced in key moments. It is a situation that has turned a series that should feel winnable into a series that now feels like a battle against the clock, a test of resilience, focus, and mental toughness. Game 5 highlighted this struggle more than anything else. The Dodgers faced a starting pitcher for Toronto who rose to the occasion with a performance that was nothing short of spectacular. Every pitch seemed calculated, every inning expertly navigated, and Los Angeles was left scrambling for answers. It was not a fluke or a single moment of bad luck. It was a demonstration of how the margin for error has shrunk dramatically in this series. The Dodgers hitters, usually capable of finding gaps, driving in runs, and sustaining rallies, were met with a level of execution that seemed to erase all options. Strikeouts piled up, runners were left stranded on the bases in situations that could have been pivotal, and the sense of frustration was palpable. It is hard to overstate how much of a difference it makes when the offensive machinery that normally carries this team falters at precisely the moments when every run counts, when every play could tilt the series in one direction or the other. Looking at the numbers, the picture becomes even clearer. Across the 3 home games in the series, the Dodgers' offense combined for a total that is uncharacteristically low for a team of this caliber. In Game 3, they managed to secure a narrow victory. Yet even then, the number of stranded runners told a story of missed opportunities, of chances that were within reach, but ultimately squandered. Game 4 followed a similar pattern, leaving another set of runners on base, and Game 5 delivered the most striking example of all. The Dodgers never held a lead. They never managed to seize control of the game, and their attempts to rally fell short at every turn. In a series this tight, where one game can swing momentum dramatically, failing to convert those opportunities has magnified the deficit in a way that feels insurmountable, at least in the minds of many fans watching anxiously. Beyond the numbers, the impact on the players themselves cannot be overlooked. The psychological weight of being on the brink of elimination is immense, and it is shown in moments on the field. Key players have struggled under the pressure, and the lineup that normally exudes confidence has appeared tentative at times, hesitant when aggression is needed most. Mookie Betts, a player who has been a cornerstone of the Dodgers' success for years, has found himself in a difficult stretch, unable to capitalize on opportunities, striking out repeatedly, and failing to make an impact when the game hung in the balance. This is not the product of a lack of skill. It is the weight of expectation combined with the precision of the opposing pitching, which has kept the Dodgers off balance throughout this series. Betts' struggles are emblematic of a broader issue, where even the most reliable hitters have had difficulty finding their rhythm, leaving the team to rely heavily on pitching and defense to stay alive. And yet, there is still a path forward. Despite trailing in the series, despite the difficulties faced at home, the Dodgers are far from outclassed in talent or potential. Toronto has demonstrated it can compete at a high level, but the Dodgers possess the tools, the depth, and the experience to mount a comeback. The challenge lies in execution, finding a way to generate runs, to put pressure on the opposing pitchers, to create moments where the offense can assert itself and seize control. It is not necessary to dominate in a slugfest or score in double digits. What is needed is timely hitting, strategic base running, and capitalizing on every opportunity to turn the tide. If the Dodgers can find that spark, if they can awaken the offense that has been dormant for stretches of the series, they still have a shot to extend a World Series, to make the games in Toronto a battle that tests both teams to the limit, and to remind everyone why this team has been considered one of the elite squads of the decade. In this series, every pitch matters, every swing is magnified, and every decision has consequences. The Dodgers have seen glimpses of opportunity, yet they have struggled to translate those moments into sustained success. The pressure mounts as the series shifts back to Toronto, and fans are left to watch with a mix of hope and apprehension, knowing that their team has the talent to win, but must now execute with precision under the brightest spotlight imaginable. It is a test of resilience, of character, and of the ability to perform when the margin for error is non-existent. While the journey has been challenging, and while the offense has not delivered consistently, there is still a chance, a window, and the Dodgers must seize it if they hope to prolong their championship aspirations. As the series heads back to Toronto, the tension is almost tangible. Every at-bat feels magnified, every pitch carries weight, and the Dodgers are staring down the reality that a single mistake could end their championship hopes. The road games are never easy, and facing a team that has already shown the ability to capitalize on every opportunity, Los Angeles knows that there is no room for error. The hitters must shake off the struggles of the past few games and approach each plate appearance with a renewed focus, a determination to turn what has been a frustrating series into a chance for redemption. The fans are watching, the players feel the pressure, and the stakes could not be higher. Toronto's pitchers have been executing at a level that has kept the Dodgers off balance, mixing power, control, and strategy in a way that makes every swing a challenge. But this is where Los Angeles has to dig deep. The talent is there, the lineup is stacked with players capable of changing the game with a single swing, and the pitching staff has proven it can hold the team in games long enough for the offense to catch up. The key now is to synchronize these elements, to find the balance between patience at the plate and aggression when the opportunity presents itself. It is a delicate dance, and in the postseason, small adjustments often make the difference between victory and elimination. The pressure on the Dodgers stars cannot be understated. Players like Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Enrique Hernandez have all contributed at different points this season. Yet in this World Series, consistency has been hard to come by. Betts in particular has faced a string of difficult situations, unable to capitalize on critical opportunities, and the weight of expectation has been evident. Every at-bat is scrutinized, and a mental challenge of overcoming previous failures adds another layer of difficulty. Still, this is why the postseason is so compelling. The pressure exposes weakness, tests resilience, and ultimately rewards those who can perform when a margin for error disappears. The Dodgers have faced adversity before, and part of their identity as a team is the ability to respond to these challenges. Now is the moment to prove that resilience once again. Meanwhile, Toronto has shown that it can execute in high-pressure situations. Key players have stepped up at the right moments, delivering clutch hits, avoiding costly mistakes, and making the most of every opportunity. The Dodgers cannot afford to give any leeway. Every run, every base hit, every defensive play is amplified, and the ability to respond under pressure will define the trajectory of this series. If Los Angeles can produce timely hitting, put runners in scoring position, and capitalize on mistakes, the series could swing back in their favor. It will not require a complete offensive explosion, but rather a strategic, disciplined approach that pressures Toronto's pitchers and forces them into situations where mistakes are more likely. The mental aspect of the game becomes critical at this stage. Confidence, focus, and composure can be just as important as raw talent. The Dodgers must approach each inning with a sense of purpose, avoiding the trap of letting past failures dictate future performance. This is where leadership on the field comes into play. Veteran players must set the tone, maintain energy, and instill belief that the team can overcome the current deficit. It is a psychological battle as much as a physical one, and those who can manage their emotions and stay locked into the task at hand often find success when the stakes are highest. Another factor that cannot be overlooked is the pitching matchups. Toronto has shown the ability to neutralize the Dodgers' offense, but Los Angeles has options of its own. Starting pitchers must execute with precision, limiting runs, keeping the game within reach, and allowing the offense a chance to respond. The bullpen also plays a pivotal role, providing support in tight situations and maintaining composure under pressure. Baseball, after all, is a game of momentum, and the ability to ride through adversity, hold the line, and create opportunities for a timely offensive spark is often the difference between advancing and going home. Injuries, fatigue, and past disappointments all add layers of complexity. The Dodgers have faced long seasons before, grueling playoff runs, and moments where the outcome seemed almost inevitable. Yet this team has repeatedly demonstrated the ability to rise above challenges, to adapt and adjust, and to find ways to win in the most difficult circumstances. It will require that same level of adaptability now. They must analyze the tendencies of Toronto's pitchers, make adjustments to timing and approach, and execute with precision. Every swing, every decision, every play will be scrutinized, and the ability to stay composed and focused will be as important as physical execution. The atmosphere in Toronto will be intense. The Blue Jays' home crowd will be energized, creating an environment that amplifies the pressure on the visiting Dodgers. Yet this is the stage where legends are made. Performing in hostile environments, overcoming deficits, and rising to the occasion is what defines great teams and great players. Los Angeles has the talent and the experience to rise to this challenge, but it must start with a commitment to execute consistently, to remain disciplined at the plate, and to make the most of every opportunity. The story of this World Series is still being written. Every game presents a chance to shift momentum, to seize control, and to rewrite the narrative. The Dodgers have the ability to extend the series, to challenge Toronto, and to remind fans why they have been considered one of the elite teams in baseball for years. It will not be easy, and it will not be without obstacles, but the tools, the experience, and the resilience exist. Now, the challenge is for the players to harness these qualities, to perform under pressure, and to take full advantage of the opportunities that remain before them. Every inning counts, every at-bat matters, and the Dodgers must respond with the urgency, focus, and execution that defines championship-caliber teams. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. In a move that has sent shockwaves through Major League Baseball, sources close to the Dodgers organization suggest that a massive trade with the Houston Astros has reportedly been finalized. While both teams have confirmed that discussions took place, insiders are buzzing that the deal could reshape the landscape of the league for years to come. Rumors circulating indicate that this blockbuster swap could involve multiple high-profile players, though exact details remain tightly under wraps. Speculation is running wild among fans and analysts alike, with whispers hinting at the Dodgers acquiring one of Houston's elite arms while potentially sending key pieces in return. The Astros, known for their strategic maneuvering and deep talent pool, are believed to be seeking immediate impact players to bolster their championship aspirations. The timing of this trade has raised eyebrows, coming just as the MLB season heats up and playoff positioning becomes critical. Social media exploded almost instantly after the initial murmurs, with Dodgers and Astros fans divided between excitement and disbelief. Some analysts suggest that this deal signals an aggressive push from Los Angeles to reclaim dominance in the National League, while Houston may be quietly building for sustained success over the next several seasons. While official confirmation of the specific player movement is pending, industry insiders are describing the trade as a game-changer, potentially involving all-stars and top prospects. Speculation also includes the possibility of cash considerations or draft picks being part of the package, adding further intrigue to an already sensational story. As the rumor mill churns, one thing is clear: both teams are not shying away from bold moves. If verified, this deal could rank among the most talked-about trades in recent MLB history, sparking debates over strategy, team chemistry, and the balance of power in the league. Fans on both sides are waiting with bated breath, refreshing sports news feeds and rumor columns for any confirmation. For now, the baseball world is left in suspense, with the Dodgers-Astros blockbuster rumor dominating conversations and fueling endless speculation. Whether this trade lives up to the hype remains to be seen, but one certainty remains: the MLB rumor mill has never been hotter. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.